KOXFM. Mark, glad to be with you on this gorgeous, gorgeous Tuesday. Mitch, Drew, welcome. Good to have you two in studio. How are y'all doing today?
Oh, it's wonderful to be here.
Yeah.
Pretty beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day. Now, you know the drill and you know the routine, 775-5559, service, yes? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So service questions, which I know can be quite popular on the show. If you've got a service question, you can call or text to 775-5559. These gentlemen will do their best to help you, and you know the drill. If by chance it's an off question, so I don't know, sometimes some of you just for the fun of it like to trick somebody. Well, we're talking Rydell, GM, right? That's,
Yep.
Okay, want to make sure I'm on the right side of the house here, so we're on the same thing. The catch-up question from Ryan's show goes on and on and on, so that's going to last forever. I don't know if y'all heard Ryan's discussion about ketchup in the last hour, but yeah, it's what's the best ketchup. And a buddy ordered ketchup for his steak at a local eatery, and when he came to pay for the meal, he was told the steak was free, but $17 for the ketchup. So, the ketchup question. Apparently did not appreciate asking for ketchup for their steak. You know, that's kind of a mortal sin if you're a beef man to have ketchup on steak. If you have, hey, and you like it, that's your thing. But it will definitely raise the eyebrows of the purists. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. It's got to be steak sauce. So why don't you let you guys introduce yourselves and just a little bit about where you're from and how long you've been working for Rydell.
Mitch Rogers. I started in 2012. I am now the shop foreman. Started out there way back in the day in high school and started off slinging tires, and now I'm just running around trying to help everyone in the shop.
And I'm Drew Brooks. I started back in 2016 as a lube tech at Rydell's, and now I'm the service lane manager. So I've been there for about 9 years.
Well, there you go. So, well, thank you, gentlemen, for being willing to come on out and chat with us today. And a text to 775-5559. How long does it take to get my vehicle serviced if I bring it in the morning?
Well, loaded question. Is it there for a headlight bulb or for an engine? Might be quick. Might take a minute. All depends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, depends on what particular part and what gets into it. And then sometimes you might start off looking at one thing and then have to go back and tell the customer, while we were looking, we found you've got, something else going on with the vehicle that they may not be aware of, because not everyone is as good as eyeballing their vehicle on a regular basis. So you make sure you're doing all the checks so that when they do leave, it's top notch.
Oh, correct.
Yeah. Where is General Motors as a brand standing? Starts a text to 775-5559. Are they in the black now, or are we going to need to bail them out again at some point? I think that's probably outside of the realm of this conversation, but I think that probably you want to talk to a market manager or somebody like that.
Right.
See, it's we're talking service of the vehicles, not service of the overall company. So if you've got a service related question about your vehicle, 775-5559. Yeah, there's probably a lot of other places, Texter, that you could look online and maybe talk to a money manager, and they'd be happy to help you out. 775-5559. You're on with Mitch and Drew. Go ahead, caller.
Well, howdy, guys. I have a transmission question for you guys. It pertains to the 10L80 10-speed automatic transmission, which also happens to be in Ford F-150s as well, but they call it the 10R80. It's a fine transmission. People complain about it. The problem is you just have to, actually service the thing. It's not lifetime fluid. It needs to be serviced. And with that service, people find out that it has a plastic oil pan with no drain plug. And there is a company called PPE, and they produce an aluminum oil pan with nice cooling fins on it. It's got an actual drain plug. Imagine that. Isn't that nice?
Well, that should be handy.
with a very nice magnet on there too, so you can see the filings. A way better magnet than the stock plastic oil pan. And I want to know if you guys have encountered those, because I have an F-150 with the 10R80, and I recently serviced my transmission a few months ago, and I installed that oil pan. It runs a little cooler, which is amazing. You always want it to run a little cooler. And the next service where I don't have to change the filter and I'm just doing fluid, it'll be a lot easier. I don't have to remove the whole oil pan, which is, on that year of F-150, it's more difficult. But being that it is shared with GM trucks, have you guys seen it? What do you think about it? I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for the question.
Yeah, fair enough. I can't say that I can think off the top of my head of any that I've encountered in real life. But it certainly sounds like the next person to touch it, whether it's you or another technician, will be very appreciative of having a drain plug on there. That's a handy feature.
I would think. That's kind of interesting that they would make an oil pan without a drain plug. But hey,
it's kind of wild. Dipsticks and drain plugs, like what you'd think would be a given, are starting to become far and few between.
Yeah. Well, I forget the vehicle I had, but the oil filter was mounted into the oil pan, so you had to basically get a handful of oil when you were changing the oil filter. That was a Chevy back in the day. A couple of texts to 775-5559. Is paintless dent repair a service repair or a body shop repair? And does Rydell's offer this service?
Yeah, it'd be body side. Certainly they do it. I'm not the expert on it, but body is.
Yeah, you could definitely call and get scheduled with them. I think they're only a couple days out.
There you go. Okay. 775-5559. You're on Rydell Car Talk. Go ahead, caller.
3044, and ENT Listings will remove you from this list.
Well, I'll tell you, if we had time, I would take this call and run them through the paces just to see what I could get, maybe get some stock in something. I don't know. Yeah. 775-5559. Sorry, I sent that before I realized it was the service guys. What's the most common GM problem that they are seeing in the shop currently?
Ooh. Lots of software updates.
Radio concerns.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Seems to be one of our most used tools is a laptop nowadays. Not so much a ratchet and a socket. It's more a scan tool and a laptop.
And that gets you down pretty much to the area that you got to look at.
It gets you in the direction.
Yeah. So the technology has really come a long way on your side of the house as well.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So, which is a good thing. It reduces the amount of time and the searching you got to do. Text to 775-5559. 2021 Chevy 1500. Fog lights won't come on. Only 24,000 miles. Have hardly ever used them. Anything simple to look for, like a fuse?
Potentially a fuse. I guess I'd be looking at wiring as well. Sounds like low miles. We'd have to check it out. It's hard to phone diagnose stuff, but yeah, I guess if there's any obvious external damage to the fog lights or the wiring, that's where I'd start.
Interesting. Okay. Here's one at 775-5559. I've got a 2023 Chevy pickup. I've been mixing the gas with 50% diesel in getting 25 miles to the gallon, just a little less power. Okay, I'm not.
Wouldn't recommend.
No.
Probably not.
Probably not. That's rather interesting. I don't know. That's probably going to be hard on several different parts of the engine itself.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Have you seen a lot of Ford Expeditions in need of timing chain changed? And if so, what's the ballpark price for the service? Okay, this is Chevy. I don't know how many Fords y'all see in the Chevy dealership.
The 3.5 EcoBoost. We've seen a fair amount of timing chain actuator issues. Ford likes to call them cam phasers. I couldn't give you a price off the hip, but certainly bring it by. We'll check it out.
Well, there you go. 775-5559. You're on Rydell Car Talk with Drew and Mitch. Go ahead, please.
Is that me?
That's you.
Okay, I've got a 2022 GMC Acadia, and I've had it for a little over a year now. I bought it from you guys. It has the 4-cylinder and the 6-cylinder icon on there. I've only seen the 4-cylinder icon once, and that was just after I bought it. Even idly, the V6 shows up on there. Am I doing something wrong, or is there something wrong with it?
There's a lot of parameters that need to be right for it to drop into the reduced cylinder count. I would say likely it's happening more often than you'd think. But if there's a problem, a service engine soon message or a check engine light will come on.
Like I said, I've had it for over a year now, and I've never had a service engine or a check light or anything. But
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't lose sleep over it. Bring it on by if you want us to check it out.
All righty. Well, thank you.
All right, no, appreciate the call. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's worth taking a basic look at it just to make sure there's not something else hidden in the background that's going on.
Right.
You talk about the laptop in the system; it might have a flag in there that isn't risen to the level of flashing up on the user screen. Something kind of in the background as a warning. So, yeah, not a bad idea to get it looked at. 775-5559. Have the service guys dealt with the starting of the recall or TSB? Okay, I'm not sure what that.
I'm going to venture a guess it's maybe the L87 recall.
Okay, doesn't specify. That's just have the service guys dealt with the starting of a recall or TSB. So doesn't specify to which it might be. Oh, it is the 2018 Chevy truck. Oh no, this is a different one. Mitch, I drew a check engine light on a couple of months ago. It went off, had diagnosed as an oxygen sensor. What could that be, and does it cause the engine to do as far as running on a 2018 Chevy truck?
I mean, quick, easy answer. Likely, oxygen sensor could be harness to it or control module for it if it gets super involved. But shooting from the hip a little bit, usually a oxygen sensor issue.
Mm-hmm. That seems to be. I remember I had a regular gas Suburban, and that was a somewhat common problem. 2005, somewhat of a common problem with the oxygen sensors getting wonky. So
they're important sensors. They control the air fuel ratio
Mm-hmm.
going in. So
Yep, it's a big deal. It is a big deal. 2006 Trailblazer dome light doesn't shut off when the door is closed.
Door switch.
Be looking at the door latch, maybe door harness.
Okay.
Likely the vehicle isn't seeing the door opening and closing.
Okay. Typically, bring it into the service shop and let them take a look at it just in
Yeah.
case there's something a little more weird in the background going on.
Right.
775-5559. You're on Rydell Car Talk. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, hi. I just purchased a 2007 GMC Canyon this weekend, and I'm not familiar with the motor. It has an inline 5-cylinder, and it's got 140,000 on it. Does that have a timing belt or a timing chain or something I should be concerned at that kind of miles? It runs real good and smooth.
And if it runs great, keep up on maintenance. I always say treat them right, and they'll treat you right. I guess if you don't have any concerns, issues at the moment, then I wouldn't let it keep you up at night.
And if you're trying to do like preventative maintenance, you could always run a Carfax maybe and then see if the previous owners did it. And if not, you can always bring it in and we can give you a quote or look at it that way.
Yeah. So does it have a belt or a chain? I think the belts are predominantly the ones that typically need to be replaced more so than a chain. I'm hoping anyway. So I'm hoping it's a chain.
Yeah, I want to say it's a chain. I'm double checking my facts.
And both of those have serviceable issues from time to time, but is it a chain?
Yes, chain.
Okay, it is a chain.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Keep up on oil changes and make sure it has oil in it. And
should be good to go.
Yeah, we'll do.
All right.
It looks like it's been well maintained, and I'll continue on. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate the information.
Hey, well, thanks for the call. Do appreciate that. Yeah. So, chains. It's you typically notice when your timing chain goes. Car just goes bop. So let's see here. Rydell Service does outstanding work in Fords. I've had a great experience with them compared to the actual Ford service. So there you go. Kudos for that.
That is awesome to hear and much appreciated.
Yeah. 775-5559. You're on Rydell Car Talk. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, sorry. I was going to say they both had chains on them. I got the big 2800 4-cylinder in mine.
Okay.
Pretty good gas mileage with it. I'm really pleased with it. But I had a water pump, and they had to take the front of the engine off on it. So I mean, that was a little spendy, but not too bad. But I was going to have them. Then they looked at the serpentine belt on it, and they said that was okay. So, but you guys do good work out there.
Much
All right.
appreciated.
Hey, there you go. Thanks for the call. Okay, back to have the service guys dealt with the starting of a recall or TSB meant by the starting of a recall process as if they've discovered a problem, and what does that process look like? Okay, a little illumination to the original question. Sure. So, yeah, I mean, but that's typically initiated by actually much farther up the food chain.
Yeah,
Y'all
correct.
don't initiate that down here. Now, you could pass concerns if you see a
Yeah.
recurring problem that gets fed into the system that then the engineers upstream would look at, I would presume. I'm just shooting off
we
the hip.
record issues and
Right.
report if there's something that we notice or anything like that.
Yeah. And if a lot of different entities start reporting the same issue, then they might diagnose it and say, yeah, this is a recallable type of a deal.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So you see, you are on the front lines of keeping everybody up to date as to what's going on because you see the stuff.
Yeah.
A text to 775-5559. I have a 2023 with a 6.2 that locked up with 80,000 miles on it. Is that covered under warranty with the problems they're having with that motor?
So yeah, the 6.2s have the L87 recall and special coverage that just came out. Very likely would be related.
Yeah, they're VIN specific right now,
Right.
and so it might be released. If reach out to me personally, I could run your VIN number and check into it, and that way we could see if you have some coverage in regards to your engine and go from there.
All right, 775-5559. Okay, a texter sent me an image. This is an oil pan I purchased. The kit comes with Motorcraft transmission fluid and filter. Some transmissions as GM, but GM calls it the 10L80 instead of the 10R80. Includes a new gasket, too. So this looks like maybe a backyard mechanic doing some.
Yeah, it must have been that previous call in that was talking up the upgraded pan.
Yeah, must be because it's a picture of a kit. Can't see the brand, but 10R80 OEM Ford transmission service kit and PPE black deep pan for 17 F-150 plus. So apparently it also crosses over to the GM side.
Yeah, can't say that was on my radar, but I'll have to check it out.
Okay, well, there you go. Does a 2019 GMC Acadia with a V6 have the displacement on demand option?
Ooh, 2019, very likely. Would have to verify with the VIN. But yeah.
There you go. Okay. 775-5559. You're on Rydell Car Talk. Go ahead, caller.
Say, back up a little bit to what type of vehicle did that guy have? And then what was the ratio? Was he doing half gas and half diesel in it?
Yeah, not sure. Not sure.
Not quite sure exactly what that was about, but I've not heard anybody using a mix of diesel and gasoline in a diesel engine.
I don't think he'd be going through too many tanks of that, and you'd have quite a bit of sludge buildup or something. Your plugs would definitely get fouled out pretty quick, you'd think.
Yeah, it's not confirmed, but he may have been calling from the side of the road.
Thanks.
All right, thanks for the call. That is interesting. I mean, I know my father-in-law was a mechanic, and he talked about every now and then he'd put a small amount of diesel in a gas engine, said it had the lubricity in the diesel fuel was helping with the rings for these older, and it was older vehicles. So, yeah. But he said it had to be a very small percentage, like 2-3%, and you didn't do it very often. But I've never heard of a mix of that ratio. Okay, a couple more texts to get to at 775-5559. Let's see here. 2015-18 GM 8L90 transmission been recalled yet? Will they be?
Nothing that I'm aware of.
Just those updates, I believe. Or is that? I think that was actually more recent.
Yeah.
Okay. So and as far as the will they be, that's totally outside of y'all's control anyway. That would come from far right. The food chain again. If there's a consistent recognition of an issue associated with a particular part.
Yeah, the guy, whoever sent that in, could definitely send us their VIN number, and we could check on that as well.
Okay, sure. There you go. You hear that, texter? Go ahead and shoot the VIN number in, bring it into to the shop, and they can go ahead and look and see what's going on, get an idea. A text to 775-5559. Does GM classify fluid seepage as normal, or is it a leak?
Well, seepage, I guess by definition, might separate it from a leak itself. I don't know if you call it a seep. I wouldn't call it a leak.
I guess if it's enough to be worrisome, and you've got a question, bring it into the shop, let them take a look at it, and they can tell you if it's just sometimes a little bit of leakage. A little bit is normal. It happens with a lot of vehicles, and sometimes the seals will kind of reset and the leak stops. But if it continues or gets worse, bring it in. Our time is starting to grow short, as it always goes so quickly on a Wednesday show. A couple more texts to get to at 775-5559. The 6-speed transmission for truck and SUV 14S, 15S, 16S should have had a recall on them. GM has had some awful trans. So it looks like maybe there's an individual that's got some transmission experience there with some of these vehicles.
Yeah, definitely text 701-772-7211 with your VIN number, and then we get taken from there and hopefully get you some more information and go from there.
Yeah, okay. So there you go. There's service with a big smile. I saw it myself. Let's see here. Yeah, continued. I have the extended warranty on the, this is for the 8L90, 5 times in 4 months to Rydell's for the same issues I once told need a transmission. So, yeah. So, there you go. And have an extended warranty. So if they need to bring a vehicle into you, what's the best way to do that, make that happen?
Definitely just call 701-772-7211. You'll get our call center if you want to talk to an advisor. You can go from there as well. Love to get you scheduled, get you looked at, and hopefully taken care of.
Okay, there you go. So, okay, any last parting thoughts?
Yeah. Time flies. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's a quick 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah,
and thank you guys.
So, no, are you kidding? Thank you very much, Drew and Mitch, for coming in on this Tuesday, Rydell Car Talk. Every Tuesday in the first half hour, KNOX afternoon, 3 to 3:30 there's about. So glad you gentlemen are here, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Let me see here. We'll sneak one last one, and I'm going to kick you out. Have a 2025 Sierra with a 5.3. Should I use Dexos or Mobile?
Whatever's recommended on the oil cap owner's manual.
I believe it's 020 Dexos on that. Mobile 1020 is definitely an option too. They're relatively pretty similar nowadays. So Dexos is a good oil.
Yeah. All right. There you go. A quick one. All right, gentlemen. I hope the rest of your day goes as well as this.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having us. Hopefully we were able to be a little helpful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure we'll hope to see you again at some point.
Oh, yeah.